Do you have one of these baseball cards? You probably do, because in this video, we're going to share the most collected baseball cards from the 1990s. Stick around because I think a few will surprise you. And you're definitely going to want to stay for the top 10 because it includes baseball cards that have been graded over 19,000 times and are worth $10,000 and a whole lot more. So stay tuned for that. Also, when we hit a card that you have, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and let us know which ones you have in the comments. Let's get started. Coming in at number 50 is the 1993 Topps Traded Todd Helton Team USA rookie card. With over 6,000 graded, there's 1,387 PSA 10s. A PSA 10 today is worth $50. I remember not liking this design very much when it came out when I was a kid, but looking back at it, the simple design actually held up pretty well over time. Number 49 is the 1994 Fleer Update A-Rod card. This is actually a pretty sweet looking card. I'm generally not a fan of the landscape cards, but with very minimal design and just a really awesome picture, I really like this rookie card. With over 6,000 graded, there's 492 PSA 10s out there, and you can still get one for $50. I might just do it because I like the look of this card. Number 48 is the 1992 Bowman Chipper Jones rookie card. I have to say, I don't like the style of photography that Bowman used. We're going to find another one coming up here just like this, but it's too casual, has nothing to do with baseball. I'm not a big fan of it, but with over 7,000 of these graded, there's 1,398 PSA 10s, each worth $50 today. Number 47 is the 1991 Ultra Update Jeff Bagwell. When this Fleer Ultra cards came out, I thought they looked amazing. I still like the design today. With over 7,000 graded, there's 1,412 PSA 10s, each worth $30 today. Number 46 is the 1991 Upper Deck Jim Thome Final Edition rookie card. With over 7,000 graded, there's 3,548 PSA 10s out there, and each is worth $25. And if you're familiar with the first 3 years of Upper Deck, this is the third base and usually has home plate in the corner there. So they created the first full diamond in the first 3 years. Number 45 is the 1993 Score Derek Jeter card. This is really a popular card. I don't really like how kind of washed out it is, just being all white in color. But with over 7,000 grade, there's 2,331 PSA 10s out there, each holding up at $100. Number 44 is this 1991 Gonzalez rookie card. There's over 7,000 graded, so you knew he was a big deal at the time. 1,100, almost 1,200 of them have been graded PSA 10, and the value of each of these is $35, and this is the second year of Upper Deck, so you can see that second base is in the top left corner. So they have home to first, first to second, second to third in the first 3 years of their design. I'm sure we'll see those as we go through. Number 43 is the 1990 Donruss Sammy Sosa card. These bright red borders for every card really stuck out. I think it looks better than I thought I liked it. I don't think I liked it as a kid, so I think it looks better still now. It's kind of a cool looking card. Almost 7,400 of them graded. Each PSA 10 is worth $30 today. Number 42 is the 1991 Topps Traded Jeff Bagwell rookie card. I remember this year very well, the 40 years of baseball cards that Topps did. They had a big raffle of full complete sets from every year of Topps that I entered. With over 7,000 graded, 1,743 are PSA 10. Each PSA 10 is worth $35. Next up is the 1990 Topps 89 ML debut Ken Griffey Jr. card. This is an interesting card. I don't think I would consider it a rookie card. We've obviously got his 89 card. But I don't remember seeing this card, so I'm actually going to go out and get one. I have a pretty extensive Ken Griffey Jr. collection, so I'm going to go snag this one. With over 7,500 graded, there's 1,372 PSA 10s out there, and each is worth $150. Number 40 is the 1991 Fleer Ultra Juan Gonzalez rookie card. With a 7,700 graded, there's 876 PSA 10s, each only worth $20 today. Number 39 is the 1994 Classic Michael Jordan Birmingham Barons Minor League rookie card. I have to say, I really like the look of this card. It's a very simple design. The black and white name and team there with his uniform, it looks pretty slick. Each PSA 10 is worth $175 today. Number 38 is the 1992 Topps Manny Ramirez. I have to say, as a Red Sox fan, Manny Ramirez was such a tough opponent when we played the Cleveland Indians. It seemed like he always beat us. And when we got him, he actually exceeded expectations. And then the David Ortiz, Manny Ramirez lineup were some of the best years of Red Sox baseball that I have watched. But with over 7,800 of these graded, there's 2,700 PSA 10s, each worth $30. Number 37 is the 1992 Upper Deck Manny Ramirez card. With 7,800 of them graded, there's 3,000 PSA 10s out there. That's why they're only worth $25 a piece. And it's not my favorite looking card in pose and design. Number 36 is the 1992 Topps traded Nomar Garciaparra. Nomar was phenomenal for about 5 years. I think if you go and look at the WAR numbers, he really was the best shortstop in the American League. He had a couple years better than Jeter right there, but obviously Jeter had a much better career overall. With almost 8,000 graded, there's 1,000 PSA 10s out there. I have one of these. Each are worth $75. I also have this in the Topps Gold version, which is not as popular in collections because they're more rare. Next up is the 1994 Upper Deck Michael Jordan card. With almost 8,000 of these graded, only 154. That's interesting, our PSA 10. That's why each one is worth $600. It's our most expensive card so far, but cards are going to get a lot more expensive here towards the end. Number 34 is the 1990 Leaf Ken Griffey Jr. card. I love the Leaf cards when they came out. This was definitely a go-to card. Again, I would not consider it his rookie card per se, but with almost 9,000 graded, there's 775 PSA 10s out there, each worth $150. Number 33 is the 1992 Topps Stadium Club. This is the SE Sky Dome version of Manny Ramirez. I don't like these posed ones. I know they were trying to do a different aesthetic look and whatnot. There's 9,000 graded, 1,000 of them at PSA 10, each worth $30 today. Number 32 is the 1993 Pinnacle Derek Jeter card. I love this card. I actually have these slabbed by SGC. So with the black kind of tuxedo slab that SGC uses compared to this kind of gaudy PSA red one, this card looks phenomenal. I'm a Red Sox fan, but hats off to Derek Jeter and to this card. With over 9,000 graded, there's 759 PSA 10s, each worth $650. It's a great looking card. Number 31 is the 1993 Bowman Derek Jeter. With 9,000 graded, there's 915 PSA 10, each worth $450. I have to say, while I like simple designs generally, this card looks like a minor league card. I don't really like the look of it. Number 30 is the 1990 Fleer Sammy Sosa. With almost 10,000 graded by PSA, there's almost 2,000 PSA 10s out there. Each is worth $35. This is not my favorite card, but you can see, and people were right, Sammy Sosa was a great player at the time. Obviously, he's not going to make the Hall of Fame because of the whole steroids era and whatnot. Number 29 is the 1992 Bowman Mariano Rivera. This is the other card I had in my head when we talked about these posed cards that have nothing to do with baseball. This is a surprisingly popular rookie card considering how cheesy I think it is. I don't really like it, but obviously great player, great pitcher. 10,000 graded by PSA, 1,600 of them PSA 10, each worth $600. Not too bad. Number 28 is the 1992 Topps Stadium Club SE Skydome Sean Green. You know, what's interesting on this list is there's going to be a number of really great players on here that didn't make it to the Hall of Fame, primarily because they got caught up in the steroid era. But Sean Green is an interesting one here, and I'll have to go back and look at his numbers more in detail. But he's one that I think there was so much hype around him, and I don't think his career lived up to Hall of Fame numbers, and I don't think he had any scandals. So I'll have to go back and double check. But with over 10,000 graded by PSA, 1,100 are PSA 10. Each is only worth $15 today. Number 27 is this 1991 Bowman Chipper Jones card. PSA population is 10,000. There's 1,800 PSA 10s, each worth $100. Again, I'm not really sure what Bowman was trying to do here. This does not look like a premium design to me. It feels a little bit, I'm not quite minor leaguer, but I don't really like the look of the card. Number 26 is the 1992 Bowman Manny Ramirez. Ugh. This is such, I don't like these posed photos like this, where they're not in uniform or doing anything with baseball. Ugh, there's 10,000 of these. 2,000 of them are PSA 10. Each are worth $50, in my personal opinion. Save your money for a better looking card. Number 25 is the 1992 Bowman Pedro Martinez. Pedro was an awesome pitcher. This one's 10,000 graded, 1,600 of them PSA 10s, each worth $120. I'll have to double check. I guess it's not his rookie. If I put it wasn't his rookie, it's not his rookie, but it's interesting. Number 24 is the 1994 Upper Deck Alex Rodriguez card. I know this one was a real chase card back in the day. A-Rod with the Mariners was phenomenal. And then when he went to play with the Yankees, he was the first 10-year contract. I think 10 years, $200 million. But unfortunately caught up with the whole steroid scandal. So with 10,000 graded, 420 PSA 10s, each one's only worth $40 today. Number 23 is the 1991 Topps Trade Ivan Rodriguez card. With almost 11,000 graded, there's 2,400 PSA 10s, each worth $40. Great player. Nothing to complain about here. Why not double up? Number 22 is the 1991 Upper Deck Ivan Rodriguez Final Edition card. This is the one where you can see the third base and home plate in their design to complete a full diamond between 89, 90, and 91. With 11,000 of these graded, there's 3,600 PSA 10s. Each are only worth $25. Cool looking card, in my opinion. Number 21 is the 1993 Topps Gold Derek Jeter. So there's 11,000 of these graded, even though the gold is more limited. So you're going to see this card come up later on the list. Only 441 are PSA 10s. I know the gold leaf foil was prone to chipping and whatnot. So each is worth $1,700. That's a lot. It's not the highest on this list by any means, but pretty great card. Number 20 is the 1994 Flair Alex Rodriguez rookie card. These were pretty premium designs. I remember when these came out. PSA has graded over 11,000 of them. 3,000 PSA 10s. Each are only worth $50 today. Sort of the double image of him batting and then a zoom in. It's a really cool design card. Next up, the 1990 Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. card. This is his second year card. PSA has graded over 11,000 of them. So obviously people love collecting his cards. I just mentioned I'm going to go chase down that Topps MLB debut one. There's 2,400 PSA 10s, each worth $50. Number 18 is this 1990 Score Frank Thomas. And even though the design of the scorecard is not very good, if you have these in your hand, the quality of the scorecard in terms of the print and the color was pretty phenomenal at the time. There's almost 12,000 of these graded, 3,000 PSA 10, each are worth $35. Number 17 is the 1992 Bowman Mike Piazza card. A catcher who can hit, who was a big deal back in the day. 13,000 graded, almost 2,000 PSA 10s, each are worth $175. Number 16 is the 1991 Topps Traded Jason Giambi. The Giambi brothers, Jason and Jeremy, were great hitters. Unfortunately caught up in the steroid scandals. PSA grade over 13,000 of these. 2,000 of them coming at PSA 10. Each now is worth just $15, which is less than the cost of just having one graded. Number 15 is the 1991 Upper Deck Chipper Jones. Almost 14,000 of these have been graded. That's why they're so popular and so many collectors. 3,000 PSA 10s, each worth $50. Number 14 is the 1990 Topps Sammy Sosa. This is a pretty awesome card. I remember it dearly when I was growing up. Almost 15,000 graded, only 1,000 PSA 10s, which makes each worth $275 still today. Number 13, great looking card, is a 1993 Upper Deck Derek Jeter card. Almost 16,000 graded. There's only 848 PSA 10s, making it each worth $300. I feel like that's still a good value, honestly. So I like the look of the card. Number 12, another great looking card. This is the 1990 Topps Ken Griffey Jr. card. Over 15,000 a grade. Surprisingly, must have been a tough printing year for Topps. Only 4% of them got a PSA 10, so there's only 596 PSA 10s. I have one in my personal collection. Each are worth $450. Ken Griffey Jr., not only a great generational player, but him appearing on the 89 Upper Deck card really changed baseball card in the industry. So I have some videos on that in other episodes here. Next up is the 1991 Topps Chipper Jones. With over 16,000 graded by PSA, there's 5,842 PSA 10s. Each are only worth $50. But you just look at the 1990 Topps cards and how hard it is to get a PSA 10 compared to probably improving their production and quality of cards in 1991. But this card is famous for another reason, because number 11B, I thought I called it 10, is the 1991 Topps Chipper Jones Desert Shield card. It's a little hard to see in the picture here, but you can see there's a gold foil Desert Shield logo here. The rumor is that 7,000 complete sets of this year's cards were sent over to the Middle East for our soldiers in the U.S. during Operation Desert Shield. So anytime you see a card, a set has been broken up. There was 900 of these graded by PSA, only 34 PSA 10s. That's why each PSA 10 is worth $9,000 today. All right, we've made it to the top 10. Number 10 is the 1994 SP Alex Rodriguez rookie card with almost 20,000 graded by PSA. There's only 60 PSA 10s. That's less than 1%, which is why each is worth $10,000. So the rest of the top 10, you're going to see some heavy hitting cards with really high prices. But this A-Rod card, I remember it being a really popular. The SP cards were very premium, very expensive in the packs to buy. Very few cards in the pack from what I remember. And this is an awesome, awesome card. Number 9 is the 1990 Upper Deck Sammy Sosa, 21,000 graded by PSA. There's 2,400 PSA 10s, each worth $30 today. Number 8 is this 1990 Score Bo Jackson. As a kid, I never really liked this card. It's a little bit too weird for me in terms of posed photos, but I do like the two-way player idea in the whole Bo Knows series of commercials and whatnot as a kid. So with 23,000 graded, there's 4,000 PSA 10s out there, each worth $300. Number 7 is the 1990 Leaf Frank Thomas, and let me tell you, I've spent a lot of money as a kid chasing this card and the Dave Justice card and these other 1990 Leafs. I remember this being an expensive pack to buy even just 1 or 2 years later, and I thought they were the it card at the time. So 23,000 of these have been graded by PSA, with only 4,700 coming back at PSA 10. Each are worth $150 today. Number 6 is the 1990 Topps Frank Thomas rookie card. This is a famous card because, one, Frank Thomas was a great hitter, and almost 25,000 of these have been graded. 3,800 came back at PSA 10, each worth $75. But it's also famous because of the no-name rookie. So 6B here is the 1990 Topps Frank Thomas no name on front error. There's only 283 of these that have been graded by PSA. And I did this completely wrong. I'll have to look back at the numbers. Very few have come back at PSA 10. So each PSA 10 is worth $150,000. And it's still not the most expensive card on the list here. But if you're into error cards, this is one of the most popular error cards to chase. Number 5 is the 1993 SP Derek Jeter rookie card. This is one that's just wild to me. First of all, it's an awesome card. It's foil. 26,000 have been graded, but 0.08%, less than a tenth of a percent, have come back at a PSA 10. That's only 22 cards. That's right, each one is worth $324,000. I don't have one of these cards in my collection. I am going to add one. It's not going to be a PSA 10. Even a PSA 8 is actually pretty expensive, but I feel like it's just such a generational card and a chase card. This is one I need to add. Number 4 is the 1991 Upper Deck Pedro Martinez Final Edition. 26,000 of these have been graded. 5,000 came back PSA 10. Each is only worth $40 now, so not a bad card. Number 3, as I mentioned, the 1990 Leaf Sammy Sosa. I tried to chase this card as well. I'm sure I have some of these. I don't have them graded. 27,000 were sent off to PSA to be graded. We had such high hopes for Sammy Sosa's career. Only 1,900 came back PSA 10, but they're only worth $35 today. Number 2 is the 1991 Upper Deck Michael Jordan baseball card. 29,000, almost 30,000 of these have been graded by PSA. 2,800 came back at a PSA 10, so each worth $400. Jordan is obviously, the best player, I think, in basketball. His 86 Flair rookie card is a mega chase card for sports cards in general, but this is a fun kind of footnote card for his short attempt in the baseball world. And number 1, the most graded card and most collected card of the 1990s is the 1993 Topps Derek Jeter, with 54,000 of these being graded by PSA. 3,700 of them came back PSA 10. Each one's worth $400. We saw the gold card come through earlier. This one's pretty cool, but here's what I want you to pay attention to. 54,000 of them being graded. A 10 is worth $400, but a 1B here is the 1993 Topps Derek Jeter Florida Marlins inaugural card. So you can see it's got the gold foil there. So you can see there's only 1,000 of these graded by PSA. So these cards are 50 times more rare, and they only cost about twice as much. So this is a card that's on my list now. You can get a PSA 10 for $1,000, or you can get the base card for $400 when there's 54,000 that have been graded. So I think this is pretty awesome. The other one that I have here is the 1993 Topps Derek Jeter Colorado Rockies inaugural year card. So you can see on the other side of the diamond, it has the Colorado Rockies emblem. Only 766 graded by PSA. 73 of them are PSA 10. I'm not sure why they're fetching more at $2,300, but it's a really cool card. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you watch one of these other videos next. If you're still watching, below the video, we have links to these guides where we list the top baseball cards from Topps every year for the decade of the 80s and the 70s. These have been a real big help to many of you who bought them. Thanks.